The global music industry is abuzz with one undeniable fact. Jin of BTS has become the face of K-pop's next wave of domination in the United States. While many idols, including members of Blackpink and even his own BTS bandmates, have tried to expand their presence in the American market, Jin's solo achievements are drawing a new line between recognition and global stardom. His rise post-military service has been nothing short of revolutionary, and the numbers prove it. Industry analysts have pointed to Jin's solo releases Happy 2024 and Echo 2025 as key milestones. Both albums not only topped charts across Asia, but also made significant breakthroughs in Western markets. I'll Be There, one of his standout tracks, surpassed 200 million streams on Spotify, while Don't Say You Love Me entered the global top 10, a feat rarely achieved by solo K-pop artists. What's more, his fan-driven success is entirely organic, a stark contrast to some groups that rely heavily on label-backed promotions in the West. The comparison with Blackpink is unavoidable. Once considered the queens of global expansion, particularly in the US, their dominance is now being questioned as Jin's name steadily rises. Unlike group-based exposure, Jin's individual charisma, coupled with his soothing yet powerful vocals, has made him relatable to a wide spectrum of listeners, from longtime ARMYs to casual American audiences who had never followed K-pop before. His presence feels less like a trend and more like permanence. American media outlets, from Billboard to Variety, have begun highlighting Jin's strategic position as not only a music artist, but also a fashion and lifestyle icon. His work as a global ambassador for Gucci and Maison Fred has cemented his image as a cultural powerhouse. The fact that brands known for partnering with Hollywood A-listers now center campaigns around Jin demonstrates the magnitude of his appeal in Western markets. Critics argue that Jin's ability to dominate America stems from his unique storytelling and emotional connection. Unlike the flashy EDM pop hybrids often pushed in the K-pop export model, Jin's ballads and lyrical depth resonate with an audience hungry for authenticity. It's a formula closer to American icons like Adele and Ed Sheeran, yet distinctly his own. The result: a cultural hybrid that feels global, not limited to regional fandoms. But what does this mean for K-pop's balance of power? Some speculate that Jin's solo rise signals a new era, one where individual artistry may outshine group dynamics. The fandom culture that once revolved around collective identities is shifting towards celebrating personal journeys. And Jin, with his humility and steadfast dedication, stands at the center of this transformation. The ripple effect is undeniable. While Blackpink and other idols continue to headline fashion weeks and US award shows, Jin's ability to blend into the Western mainstream without losing his Korean identity sets him apart. In an era when visibility equals power, Jin has turned restraint into strategy, choosing fewer but more impactful appearances. Each one leaves a lasting impression, ensuring his dominance in conversations that extend far beyond K-pop circles. As America's fascination with K-pop evolves, Jin is redefining what it means for an idol to succeed in the West. No longer just about viral moments or fan-driven Twitter trends, success now hinges on staying power, emotional resonance, and cultural influence. In all three areas, Jin is not just competing, he's leading. For the global entertainment industry, the question is no longer whether K-pop can break into America. The question is whether anyone can break through Jin's shadow. This latest chapter in Jin's career forces a difficult conversation within the global K-pop landscape. Is Jin, as a soloist, now bigger than Blackpink in the United States? For years, Blackpink has been hailed as the pinnacle of K-pop's penetration into Western markets, headlining Coachella and collaborating with international stars. Yet Jin's rise presents a new narrative, one not based on group spectacle or Western cosigns, but on pure artistry and a fanbase that has proven unstoppable in mobilizing his victories. His organic streaming numbers, high-profile ambassadorships, and chart presence suggest a shift in balance. One man, standing against an empire of four and still managing to outshine. Industry insiders admit this is unprecedented. No K-pop soloist has ever managed to command such visibility in the US without relying on Hollywood collaborations or viral gimmicks. Jin's formula, his authenticity, his humility, his timeless voice, has resonated in a way that feels less like hype and more like inevitability. Even American celebrities have started to acknowledge him, drawing comparisons with long-standing icons who have shaped the industry for decades. Of course, such dominance comes with tension. Within fandom spaces, debates rage on. ARMYs champion Jin as a trailblazer, while fans of other groups question whether his achievements can truly overshadow years of group-based milestones. The rivalry is heating up, not because of direct conflict, but because Jin's solo triumphs are rewriting what it means to be a global idol. In the end, the data is impossible to ignore. With chart-topping hits, record-breaking votes, luxury partnerships, and a growing presence in Western media, Jin has positioned himself as more than a K-pop star. He is an international artist in his own right. Whether he has already surpassed Blackpink in the US or is simply paving the way for even greater milestones, one thing is clear: Jin has become the standard by which K-pop's global success will now be measured. And so the question lingers in headlines and boardrooms alike. If Jin can dominate America almost single-handedly, what does that mean for the future of K-pop as we know it? The implications of Jin's American breakthrough go far beyond his personal career. It signals a fundamental shift in the way K-pop is consumed and understood by Western audiences. No longer is the narrative dominated by flashy group choreography or heavily stylized concepts designed to fit Western tastes. Instead, Jin's rise demonstrates that what resonates most is sincerity, artistry, and emotional honesty, qualities that transcend language barriers and cultural differences. American critics, long skeptical of K-pop's staying power, have been forced to reevaluate. What once was dismissed as a passing trend is now recognized as a global movement, with Jin as one of its most compelling ambassadors. By excelling in music, fashion, and branding simultaneously, he embodies the multidimensional star power that Western industries have traditionally monopolized through figures like Beyoncé, Harry Styles, or Justin Bieber. The fact that a Korean artist is now occupying this same cultural space is not just extraordinary, it is historic. The conversation becomes even more explosive when Jin's trajectory is compared with Blackpink's. For years, Blackpink's American achievements were held up as the standard of K-pop success. Yet the reality of Jin's solo dominance, his streaming numbers, award wins, and endorsements, forces a recalibration of that narrative. Could it be that the era of group supremacy is giving way to the reign of the soloist? Could it be that Jin has already surpassed the once unshakable position of Blackpink in the US? The possibility alone is enough to shake the K-pop industry to its core. Agencies may be compelled to rethink their strategies, investing more heavily in solo projects rather than relying solely on group promotions. Western brands and media outlets, recognizing the power of Jin's influence, may shift their focus, offering him opportunities once reserved for the most elite celebrities. For fans, it is both exhilarating and unsettling. Exhilarating because their idol is reaching new heights, unsettling because it challenges the very structure upon which K-pop has been built for decades. At the heart of it all stands Jin himself, unshaken, unpretentious, and deeply connected to the millions who have carried him to this point. He has often spoken about feeling undeserving of the love he receives, a humility that only amplifies his appeal. And yet, with each step forward, he proves that he is more than deserving. He is redefining what it means to be an idol in the global arena. The next chapter is unwritten, but one thing is already clear: Jin is no longer just part of the K-pop wave. He is the tide that moves it. His presence in America is not a question of entry, but of permanence. And as the industry braces for what comes next, the world is left to wonder: has Jin already become the most important K-pop figure in the US? And if so, who could possibly rival him?